Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me here. It's an introduction today, and I may post another video today. I will tell you at the end of this introduction if I am going to do it, and if I am, what it's going to be about. This channel is about being brave. It's about facing your fears. It's about conquering what you think you can't conquer. And I have a lot of things to conquer. And so I hope you join me on this journey of conquering my fears, and I hope it helps you conquer your fears as well. But at the same time, I want to have fun. There is a lot of opportunities here to have fun, but I don't go out and do it because I have social anxiety. So this is definitely going to be one of those challenges that I am going to be taking head on first and foremost. But I just don't have social anxiety. I have depression as well. And I have post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. Now, my PTSD isn't that of military. Mine is a whole other realm. And I will get into that story of how I got PTSD and why I'm still battling it to this day. But I do not want to cry right now. So we will continue on with this introduction. There are other topics I want to go on about learning disabilities as well as mental. Now, some of these learning disabilities that I want to go on is ADD, ADHD, and why they should not be combined together. I want to go through autism because that affects me personally as my family. I want to go and talk about a little unknown disability called dyscalculia. And I want to also talk about special education, because there are a lot of people who don't know what special education is, and a lot of people make fun of people who are in special education. So this is a big step for me. I used to work in Hugo, Oklahoma with third graders as a teacher's aide, and those kids reminded me of myself when I was a kid, struggling through all these disabilities, feeling like nobody understands, feeling frustrated, feeling like there is nothing you can do. So I also want to go and talk about how you should treat children with these disabilities. Like I said, I also want to do fun things. I live in Florida, so we have a lot of things. I live about 30 minutes or less away from St. Augustine, which is the oldest city in America. And it is a very beautiful city, especially the old town part, but it's very crowded with tourists, and it's hard to get parking there, and it's expensive. So we'll see about that. It may or may not happen, but there's also beaches. I'm not a beach person because I grew up with mountains. I come from Utah, in the northern part, which is very mountainous, very green, very lush, very beautiful in my opinion. In Utah, we have mountains, we have sort of plainish areas, and then we have deserts, like in Moab, Vernal, Kanab, places like that. There's also another subject that I want to talk about, and it's very, very, very dear to my heart, and it's animal welfare. Because I have animals, I've always had animals in my life, mainly cats, and I've never understood why people hate cats. And I want to show people how loving, how incredible cats really are. Um, there's another subject that I want to talk about, which is also a very personal thing for me and my family, and that's the LGBTQ community. Um, that's very personal to me. And another thing is I've never ever talked about the subject because I never had an issue until recently, and that's politics in America. Um, why it's so concerning for me now is because who we have in power. He is spreading hate. He is spreading lies. He is just creating havoc in this beautiful country, and he is showing people that America is this disgusting creature when it's not. There are a lot of awesome people here, and there's also a lot of awesome things to see in America. I know that's a very hot topic, politics is, but it's something I think sometimes you need to talk about, because if you don't talk about it, it's like a festering wound. It'll get worse and worse and worse. So you sort of need to treat that wound. And as I'm going on with this, I am going to be posting either once every week or twice every week. And at the end of every video, I think I've already said this, but I'm reiterating it. After every video, I am going to tell you what I'll be talking about next. So this is just an introduction, and it's sort of a ramble, but also information. And it tells you some about me. But as I go on and tell stories about my personal experiences, it'll tell you a lot more about who I am as a person. And I want to encourage the people who are watching to interact with me. I do have a Twitter, I have an Instagram, and I have a TikTok. I will put the links to these down in the description, as well as some other information. I think I might be reiterating what the next video will be, but I think for now I'm going to end it here, and the next video I am going to talk about a little bit more about myself. I think I'm going to talk a bit about bullying and my childhood and how it has affected me and my self-esteem, and a little bit about the syndrome I have called polycystic ovarian syndrome and how it affects my day-to-day life. And I hope this reaches people, and I hope that you will subscribe, that you will like, and that you will hit that little bell so you'll know when the next video is up. And I love you guys. Be brave, be wonderful, be you. And most of all, love yourself. Bye.